The pastology.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Festus Enim, Parasitology.
Thelma call parasitology.
Dr. Imano Amwakwajina, EA.
Dr. Imano Kwachefianko.
Ethelifia macronutrition.
Bismarck Edem Nutrition.
All right, we are all set for today. So general rules, just to remind us of how we should conduct ourselves. Participants are expected to maintain a professional demeanor and show respect towards fellow contestants, organizers, and audience. I hope you all got it. All right. Feedback and suggestions. All complaints during the conduct of the quiz must be done constructively and with decorum through the institutional quality manager for redress. And she's right here. IQM Bakope. I hope you all know her, the audience. So if you have any issue, no need to rush forward, no need to fight. Just come to her and we'll address all issues. Thank you so much. Rules of the contest. There would be 4 rounds of competition. A. Round 1, general round. Round 2, speed round. Round 3, true or false. And round 4, riddle. So are we ready to start? All right, so we'll start from pastology. So round 1, rules of round 1. Each department will have 2 attempts for a major question within an allowable time of 30 seconds. A correct answer is worth 3 points. A bonus question will move in the clockwise direction for 1 attempt within 10 seconds for a bonus point of 1 point. So we'll move in the clockwise direction. So from parasitology, we'll go to nutrition and we'll go that way. Are we ready? So this question goes to parasitology. Pick the odd one out, giving an appropriate reason in relation to standards. ISO 15189, ISO 9001, ISO 17025. So the note is both selection and reason must be correct for a full score. Bailed out. So it goes to nutrition.
Okay, so ISO 9001 because that's a standard for quality management systems, whilst the other 2 are for.
So the answer is not entirely okay.
So the odd one out is ISO 9001 because that one applies to all organizations, whilst 15189 and 17025 apply to only medical laboratories.
No. The uh, the answer the answer is all the others are accreditation standards except ISO 9001. All the others are accreditation standards except ISO 9001, which is a certificate standard, a certification standard. So that is the answer. Great attempt to all of you. Number 2. So that goes to nutrition. Pick the odd one out, giving an appropriate response in relation to UG NMIMR. ISO 15189, ISO 9001, and ISO 17025. And both selection must, and the reason must be correct for a full score.
So 15189 because we've received accreditation for that standard.
That's correct for animal experimentation. We are still on pick the odd one out with appropriate reason. Bacteriology department, Department of Animal Experimentation, and Virology department.
So the odd one out is Department of Animal Experimentation because Department of Virology and Bacteriology have obtained accreditation for certain processes. And when you come to animal experimentation, because we deal with testing and calibration, so we will not be under accreditation for 15189. But we will be under accreditation for 17025. So that's the odd one.
Correct for 3 points. All right, so we are on the second set of questions. Pastology, are you ready? Please, shall we have some silence? What procedure do the following have in common? A. Review. 2. Amendment. 3. Storage. 4. Retention. 5. Disposal. Bailed out. Nutrition department.
Cold room storage.
No.
So they are all under the SOP for record control. That is the procedures for record control. That's where they
Correct. No. It was for nutrition. So, okay. Nutrition, forming events, management, and he managed to get it. So, animal experimentation. What processes do the following have in common? A. Sample collection and transport. B. Sample receipt and storage. C. Management of cold storage.
I'm not done.
Parasitology, you are passing it on. Okay, nutrition.
Munim.
Pass. Okay. So the correct answer is specimen management process. So so please be watching out for the first. So which unit parasitology, yes. Just this one. Okay, I'll give it to you. Professor, correct for. Correct for. Interpretation of the code sequence. VIR-F-
BV. 3 points. 3 points. 3 points.
Oh, we can pass it on.
Okay.
Let's leave it to. So your first answer is correct. The second one you missed by saying 3.5 instead of 3.0. So we'll give you 2 points. Because this, if we pass it on, the answer has already been given. We couldn't have passed it on to another department. 2. So animal experimentation. What is the reference number sequence for external documents?
So we have the short code for the external, which is EST dash the department to which the external document is being set, the first 3 digits. Then we have the reference number, either 001, 002, provided by the.
So what is the first thing one is expected to do?
To do is to isolate the area that has been exposed to the chemical.
The answer is prolonged exposure by running water. So shall we listen? Prolonged exposure by running water. So this is acidic or alkaline. You need to prolong exposure by running water to be able to reduce. All right, so the first thing you said was fill the form.
So no.
And then one manual.
Bailed out.
That was their question. It is a good one. That was their question. It is a good one.
And periodic audits.
No.
Chef. Chef.
No, please. No.
So you you can access the management system documentation. You can access the personnel competency. Then you
The accreditation process. So the first one is initial assessment, surveillance assessment. Delay within 5 seconds when called to provide a response. The responding contestants will have one attempt. Responding contestants will have one attempt. A correct answer attracts a score of 3 marks. Correct answer attracts a score of 3 marks. Please listen carefully. Methodology will start. Oh, sorry, forgive me. All right, so no specific departments will be mentioned. You will answer as I have already indicated. The first question: who is the accreditation body for UG NMIMR? So DAE, press first.
That's Kenyan Accreditation Service.
What they want to see. Let's share it. Let's to see it live. Ah, okay, now is the
Can we show the thing? Everybody hit your buttons. So you just need to press it once. If you keep tapping at it, it will not do the same. So you just need to just one tap is enough. So we'll do that again, okay?
Are we ready? When the term shall what term is used?
Requirement. Shall, which requirement?
Okay. Who press first? Declare them.
Press the button. They press the button. They did. Yes. Yes, two people press the button. No,
Then
but
before we declare.
that you want to give it to because the term is no, it's not. No, no, no. When somebody says something that is supposed to.
According to the standing.
I'm not. It is.
No, so
So you should give them half the money.
for the
Please, what's the problem? What's the problem here? The boss will refuse the answer, so we are wrong.
It means mandatory. It means the process is mandatory. It means mandatory.
You're not giving bread. You're not giving bread. You're not giving them bread.
So I need to finish it. Then we choose the one who answered it properly. All right. So if there's any issue, IQM will have to decide on the final week.
Okay, let's look at this the way it's supposed to be looked at.
So you are bailed out. So we have to decide on the. So the answer is a mandatory requirement. So one department said requirement, the other department said mandatory. So the answer wasn't given straight away. One said requirements and the other said mandatory.
Let's get it straight. Let's not confuse ourselves here. They're not seeing it. It's not coming. I'm going to back now. No. We have not forgotten to do that. No. We cleared it all. We cleared it. Okay, let's get it straight. We are learning here. Okay, we are all learning. The ISO document has requirements. So we are doing the technical language here. The ISO document requirements. They have management requirements, they are whatever. If it says shall, it means it's a mandatory requirement. The other requirements that do not use shall, but they are requirements. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So we are speaking a certain language that we want you to learn the language that is coming from the ISO document. Do you understand? So if you tell me, because if it is just English, as I was having an argument with this and they were teaching me.
The Adinkra symbol on the Noguchi logo is called pastology. -1. Shall we have some silence? The Noguchi QMS project is coordinated.
JICA.
-1. Nutrition.
Then IQM.
-1. DAE.
Institute Management Committee. The, the management committee or the institute management committee.
-1.
Director.
So the name is, the question was, the Noguchi QMS project is coordinated by, and the name is Yukari Yusukata. They haven't prayed. And they will say, no, take -1.
No, do you take my hand? They didn't answer.
You haven't prayed though.
They're not pressing.
All right, we are moving on. Oh, sorry. So it's 14. On the organogram is 14 units. All right. The highest decision-making entity.
Institute Management Committee project.
Nope. -1. Is anybody pressing again? I'll use a shall word though. Shall you press? All right, so the answer is Noguchi QMS project. It's funded on Noguchi QMS project. The last question for the speed race. People are reading my mind. All right, shall we have some silence so that we continue? Please, don't read my mind. If you press again, -2. All right. Who is responsible person for this project? From question above in the NMIMR. Let me read it again. Who is the responsible person for this project? Into bracket from question above in NMIMR. Nutrition.
JICA.
-1. Anybody pressing? IPM, is it mandatory for them to press? But this one, so shall we move on? This should have been a bonus question because we just mentioned the name. Yukari Yusutaka. So she is responsible for the project.
The question is,
We acknowledge our sponsors, then we mention the sponsors. I even should. The sponsors, so I should know. So parasitology wants to change one contestant.
Bright and early, bacteriology takes us on an enlightening journey of sustainability and best practices. Next, it's time to roll up those sleeves for the breakout sessions. Get ready to dive into NCE management and risk assessment because quality isn't just a goal, it's a lifestyle. And just when you
Parasitology.
think you can relax, boom, the
Parasitology,
quiz
please.
continues. This time, it's animal
Parasitology, can we
experimentation,
have you
parasitology.
away from the contestants if you finish changing? Parasitology. Presented to each contestant. The statement is true or false. A correct response is worth 3 points. Please listen carefully. An incorrect response will attract a penalty point of -1. Questions are non-transferable, so we will not transfer question from one department to the other. Are we ready? So we are starting from parasitology. This is a new round. Are we ready? A QMS is only concerned with product quality and not the quality of process.
False.
Correct for 3 points. Nutrition department. Prof. Francis Nkrumah is the first son of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana.
True.
Correct for 3 points. Animal experimentation. Any staff of the institute can initiate a new document. Parasitology. A correction fluid can be used to erase a writing error.
False.
Correct for 3 points. But let me land. The way he threw the false at me. So it falls. Nutrition. The current director of UG NMIMR started her 3rd term as director on 1st August 2024.
False.
False is
Yeah.
the answer. Correct for 3 terms. That's for animal experimentation. Animal experimentation. Following an internal audit, the auditor is required to submit part of the NCs raised at the closing meeting and the remaining when submitting the final audit report to the auditee.
False.
Correct for 3 points. So that's the end of the second set. So we have the 3rd set to begin. 3rd set. So that goes to parasitology. Management review is to be conducted only once a year.
False.
Correct for 3 points. Nutrition. Competency assessment can be done anytime necessary.
True.
Correct for 3 points. Animal experimentation. In disinfection, all pathogens, including spores, are killed.
False.
Correct for 3 points. So that ends our third set of questions for this round. So end of round 3, we need the scores. It looks like it was very competitive. So no. So if you have minus, then we will tabulate them. Okay, for this. So this one, I'm sure you all know the scores. All departments got their set of questions right. So parasitology for this round, parasitology 9 points. Nutrition 9 points. Animal experimentation 9 points. All right, we are on the last round. So you need to push harder. Rules of the round. This is the riddle. A question is posed to all, not only to any specific department. When you have the answer, sound your buzzer. So in this case, you have to press. And the first department that presses will attempt answering. Contestants must answer without any delay within 5 seconds when called to provide a response. That is, when you press, within 5 seconds, you must answer. When a correct answer is given on the first clue, you have 5 marks. On the second clue, you have 4 marks. On the third and any other number of clues, you have 3 marks. The question will be transferred to the next fastest contestants to have sounded the buzzer for a response under the same conditions as the first respondent. Are we ready? I may be called by many names, but be careful, some of those names refer to my siblings. Mine is to ensure you do what you say you can do in the way it is supposed to be done. So I'm on the third clue now. Okay, nutrition.
Competency.
No. So I continue. Or anybody. I am very friendly and nice, but some people are simply threatened by me. The last clue. As a form of external quality assessment, I can be used to control quality in an organization. Who am I?
Proficiency testing.
Correct for 3 points. All right, shall we proceed?
Is it a-
Let me. Shall we continue? Presumed to be similar entities, you will often hear me being used interchangeably with a homologous colleague. I mainly come into play when there is a requirement. Go against the requirements and you will hear of me like an anthem. I choose to align with the saying, quote, a problem written down is half solved. Quotation closed. Parasitology.
Non-conformity. Non.
Some ways you will see me represented. That's the first clue.
is it-
I repeat, quadrilaterals, lines, and maybe circles are some ways you will see me represented. So someone attempted on the first happened. If you place me well, I am younger than a policy but older than a procedure. Who am I? And she mentioned process map. And she mentioned process map. And you have for yourself a triplet character. Who am I? Many minutes. My time. Time is not. She wasn't time. So really.
DNA replication.
Nope.
Polymerase chain reaction.
So we'll acknowledge our sponsors whilst we wait for the scores to be.
Total. Total. Get ready to dive into. It's a lifestyle. And just when you think you can relax, boom, the quiz continues. This time, it's animal experimentation, parasitology, and nutrition battling it out for a spot in the finals. May the bright and early, bacteriology takes us on an enlightening journey of sustainability and best practices. Next, it's time to roll up those sleeves for the breakout sessions. Get ready to dive into NCE management and risk assessment because quality isn't just a goal, it's a lifestyle.
It looks like parasitology goes to nutrition, 25 points. This has been keenly contested. And animal experimentation, 30 points. Congratulations to